Welcome to this tutorial on creating a grade scheme in Desire2Learn version 10. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go under the assessments area here, and if we click on the second link titled grades, it brings us here into our grades area. So if you do want to create a grade scheme for your course, you can just go under the schemes tab here, and once inside you can see a list of the current existing grade schemes. So what we've done here at UMB is we have two non-official grade schemes that we have set up for instructors. We have one for the undergraduate students, and if you actually click on it, it will show you that scheme and the percentage values here. So a grade scheme essentially takes the percentage values that those students receives and turns them into letter grade values. So we have the undergraduate and the graduate non-official grade schemes right here. And so if we scroll across, we can see under the default here, this little green check mark here. So the percentage value one here that was set up by Desire2Learn, this one's the current default grade scheme in this course. So if you did want to change it to either the undergrad or the graduate scheme, you can just go to where the check mark is, click on it, and it'll give you a little confirmation window that says, are you sure you want to set the undergrad UMB grade scheme non-official as a default for this org unit? And if you click yes, every grade item that you create in this course, whether it's for a quiz or for a Dropbox assignment, or you just create just a column in the grades area, it will officially and automatically add the official grade scheme for your course to that. So maybe none of these ones apply to my course, so I want to set up a brand new one. So all I have to do is press this blue new scheme button. I can just put in a name like course grade scheme. And then under the ranges here, this is where I'm going to go in and start putting in my values. So obviously, you're going to want probably more than 3. So I'm going to want another 8. I'm going to want 11 in total. So you just put in the number here and you click on this add ranges and it'll add the rest for you. And so I'm just going to start off here with an F. So maybe an F in my class is a 0 to a 49.5. And you can also allocate some color to this grade scheme as well. So what that does is if I select this and, for example, select this pink color for the first few ranges, when you go under your grades area, when you do allocate the colors here, what it does is it will identify those students' grades within that color bracket, so you can quickly and easily identify what students may be struggling or doing well in your course. So it is a kind of a handy little thing to do if you want. So we've got an F here. We've got maybe a D in the course, and a D in this course maybe is a let's see here. It's a 49.6, and we'll say that's to like a 54.4. And the reason why I'm putting these point values in here is if, for example, a student gets a 54.5 or 0.6, we'll just give them the benefit of the doubt and bump their grade up to, for example, a C minus. A C minus might be a 54.5, and then we'll put a 59 here, 59.4. And then in here we've got a C, so maybe a C in my class would be something like a 59.5 right here to 64.4. Whoops. And then we'll go up to a C plus. And a C plus would be a 64.5 to 69.4, and then we've got the 69.5 to 74.4, and this will be the B minus. And then we've got our B range here, and a B would be a 74.5. Oops. There we go, and we could do 79.4. And then we've got our B plus. And as you can see, once you kind of get rolling here, it goes pretty quickly. And 79.5. And as I said, once you create this grade scheme and you get it going for the entire or make this the default one for the course, it'll automatically assign this grade scheme to every grade item that you create. So, and you can copy it to other courses too. So if you teach a variety of other courses and you want to copy this to those courses, you're able to do that. So you don't actually have to create it for each one of your courses, which is really quite a handy quite a handy little thing if you do set it up for the first time. That's just something you'll want to know. And so we've got our A right here. So our A range maybe would be 89.5. We'll do that to 94.4. And then finally we do our A+, and our A+ is going to be the 94.5 to 100%. And then again, you can go through, you can allocate the color. So I maybe want anybody below a 60 to be in this range, and then above that we can do maybe a blue for the people that are, you know, from the 60 to the 80 range, and then maybe anybody above that could be in this color. Whoops, we'll just scroll down here. There we go. All right, so once you have all the color allocations set up and everything, you've got all of your ranges in here set. All we have to do is press the Save button, and it'll save this for us. We've got our course grade scheme right here, and then if we just click on this little Set as the default, we select Yes, and then it'll make this the default for the course. Now, the only other thing I will mention is if we go under the Manage Grades area, you'll see that if, for example, these grade items that are already created in the course, these ones don't have that new grade scheme automatically allocated to them. So if you do want to have them, have that grade scheme, all you have to do is select them all, press this little Edit button, and then in this area, you can just go and change each one of these. So you don't have to go into each one and change them kind of individually. You can change them all in this one area. So now all of these grade columns share that course grade scheme we just created. Then you just press the Save button, and that's it. So now we have our grade scheme set up, and all of our course grade items share that one grade scheme. So this concludes the tutorial on creating a grade scheme in Desire2Learn version 10.